The man first covered the dollar bill with a glass plate, then used a special camera to photograph it. After developing the film, he relied on exceptional drawing skills to sketch it by hand. He then etched the design onto a copper plate, creating a printing template. Finally, by adding the right pigments, he produced counterfeit bills so realistic they were nearly indistinguishable from the real thing. The quality of these counterfeits was so high that even experienced bank managers couldn't tell the difference. Yet Lucio, the man behind them, never used the fake money to indulge in personal desires. Instead, he distributed it entirely among the poor and struggling lower class. Although people saw him as a savior, Lucio himself had lived through tragedy. At 19, desperate to pay for his critically ill father's treatment, he armed himself with nothing more than a fruit knife and attempted to rob a bank. But before he could even begin, fear overwhelmed him and he wet his pants. Defeated, Lucio returned home, only to find his sister Leia weeping at the door. Their father had passed away, unable to afford the medical care he needed. From then on, Lucio often tormented himself with regret. If only he had been able to get the money, maybe his father wouldn't have died. 10 years later, Lucio left the army and, with nowhere else to go, sought out his sister in Paris. There, he learned that his brother-in-law worked at the National Mint. Lucio hoped he might be able to get a job there too, but without the proper education, he couldn't qualify, and instead found work as a construction laborer. Even so, Lucio threw himself into the work with full dedication. Ironically, his strong work ethic upset the other workers. Since everyone received the same fixed pay regardless of effort, they saw Lucio's productivity as disruptive. Lucio quickly explained that he was new to society and didn't yet understand these unwritten rules. It was then, in conversations with the workers, that he first heard the term anarchist. They were described as people without religion or national ties, advocating free labor and collectivism. Anarchists believed money itself was the root of all evil, that the reason the poor kept getting poorer while the rich grew richer was because of the banks. Some even engaged in robbing the rich to help the poor. Among them, the most legendary was Luis, a figure every policeman knew by name, but none had ever managed to catch.